It is the Champions League final. Manchester City and Inter Milan play in the Champions League final. This is going to be a big final, and Man City have not won the treble just yet. There is one block in their way, and that is Inter Milan. Inter Milan do have Man City in the way of their Champions League final glory. Both teams have a very good chance of winning this, and this is an opportunity both teams need to take, because it is a big one they will get. So, let's go to the tactics. So, as you can see from this Edin Dzeko touch map, he has made a lot of touches, and he is very much still in the game for Inter Milan. Inter Milan are very much still in this game. And I think what we need to take away from this game is that it's not just Man City in this game, it is Inter Milan as well. And if you can see by this touch map of Edin Dzeko, 36-year-old, 37-year-old Edin Dzeko still has some ball ability. And he is still in the game. He's still very much in the game. Lautaro Martinez, heat map. If you look at this heat map right here, he has played some key parts for Inter Milan this season, especially in the Champions League. The way he played against AC Milan in the last game, it wasn't actually him who scored in the first leg, it was Mkhitaryan and Edin Dzeko. So yeah, this Inter Milan team still has it. Let's get to the starting squads, starting lineups. So, Man City's, I'm expecting it to be Ederson, Ruben Dias, Haaland, Gundogan, Ederson in goal. I think I've already said Ederson in goal, yeah. Ruben Dias, John Stones, Rodri. You're expecting it to be that sort of team. Obviously, it's not going to be the same team as it was in the FA Cup final, because that was the FA Cup final. This is a bigger occasion. That was a big occasion, but this is a bigger occasion for Man City. Obviously, they lost in their last Champions League final, so they need to be up for this game. And if you look at this pass map of Kyle Walker, he has played some key passes this season, some very key passes. This is the game where they lost 1-0 to Brentford. He has played some very, very key passes. Probably to Haaland, De Bruyne, but those chances were not scored. But he has played a lot of passes throughout the season, and especially in this Brentford game. This shows why Kyle Walker should start in the team for this game, and why Kyle Walker should be a Man City player in the future. Because if you just look at this pass map, he has played some brilliant passes, some key passes down the wing and into the middle of the pitch as well. Some really, really key passes from Kyle Walker, and he's a underrated player in the Premier League. Inzaghi will want a team like Onana, Barella, Lautaro Martinez. You know, you got Bastoni in there, Edin Dzeko. Mkhitaryan might play, maybe Lukaku as well. Mkhitaryan might play, but not so much in the starting squad. Because Mkhitaryan is still key to this game. He did score in the AC Milan first leg. But whether he does play or not, because obviously he is ageing a bit as well. Whether he starts or not is a different question. Edin Dzeko will start, I think. And maybe Bastoni as well. You've got also Barella in that team, Onana the goalkeeper, explanatory. So yeah, this team should be one that flourishes for the next few years in the Champions League. Inter Milan are very much still in this game. They are not losers yet. They're not losers at all yet. Man City, they haven't won the Champions League yet. The Champions League has not been concluded until the game ends. So, Inter Milan could shock Man City and, win the Champions League. But the favourites are Man City. And, yeah, the favourites are Man City. But Inter Milan are very much still in this game. Inzaghi will want his team to play well, and I think Inter will play well. Whether they do win the game or not is a different question altogether, because Man City do play a great game of football. Gundogan is a really, really good talent. He's a really, really, really good talent. He scored after 15 seconds in the FA Cup the other day, and if he does not start in this squad, I will be very surprised. Very, very surprised, because he's a player that needs to start in the squad. If Man City do want to win this game, Gundogan needs to start. And let's go to another tactics map. Gundogan heat map here. Gundogan, shot map more like. Yeah. He has taken a lot of shots this season. He has taken a lot of shots, and most of them have been scored. Yeah, most of them have been scored. One or two of them may be missed, but most of them scored. He's a key player for Man City in this game also. So, yeah, you need to have Gundogan in this team if you want to win the game. And Man City also, let's take a look at Kevin De Bruyne's heat map. So, here's his heat map, like moving around the pitch. Obviously, it's very big because obviously midfielder, and he has also assisted a lot of goals to Erling Haaland this season. Let's take a look at his cross map. So, is that a thing? Cross map? Well, it must be. Pass map again. Let's take a look at his pass map. Obviously, a lot of key passes played this season. Whether it's been a Trivela cross into Erling Haaland, he has played a lot of key passes, De Bruyne, this season. And I think he will continue to play those key passes. If he does play those key passes, I think it will be in this game, and it needs to be in this game. Mostly in this game, whether it's down the middle of the pitch, down the wing to Haaland or Grealish, or down across the pitch, anywhere he can possibly get them. But yeah, this game is going to be very, very fun to watch. It will be very good to watch because both teams are still in this game, and the tactics, both teams have got it. Yeah, Inzaghi could win it, but Pep could be a treble winner at Man City. So, my prediction for this game, it's obviously, the prediction. Well, obviously, Man City, they are favourites to win this. Inter Milan, they were said to have no chance, but there is a chance that Inter Milan could do a shock over Man City, and I think they could maybe do that. Man City have got some very good players in that team. They've got Grealish. If Man City are winning, well, let's carry on. Haaland, Stones, Rodri, Ruben Diaz, Gundogan, Walker. I mean, if Man City are sort of winning 2-0 towards the end of the game, they might bring Phil Foden and Laporte on. But I'm not expecting it. If it's like 0-0, 90th minute, I don't expect them to bring on Laporte. Maybe Phil Foden. But it's sort of if they are winning like 2-3-0 towards the end of the game, they're probably going to want to bring... Well, it won't really matter because it is last game of the season. So, I mean, they'll probably just want... if they are winning like 3-0, they'll probably just want like Phil Foden and like some other substitutes to experience the Champions League. And with they obviously have a very, very, very experienced team with Gundogan, Ruben Diaz, Laporte. João Cancelo used to be part of that team. Rodri, Jack Grealish, Gundogan, Haaland, Stones. They've got a fabulous team. Inter also do have a fabulous team. They've also got they've got Lukaku. They've got Barella, who has some talent. They've got Edin Dzeko, who is 37 but has still got some ball ability. They've got Onana, the goalkeeper, who is an excellent goalkeeper. Inzaghi will want to do it over Man City. Inzaghi will want to do this over Man City because he will not want Pep to win the... maybe he'll just want to win a trophy for Inter Milan and, just so he can have a trophy next to his name. But, obviously, there's the fact that, there's the fact that both teams have some very competitive players in there. Erling Haaland could be up for his first ever Champions League, and I think that could be the case because Haaland has done very, very well throughout this season, and to score 36, nearly 40 goals in one season is absolutely tremendous. I don't use that word very often, but Haaland's season has been tremendous, and if he continues to play like this at Man City, could be picked up by some of the best teams in the world, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Real Madrid, I think, will want him. Real Madrid have already signed Jude Bellingham. But Haaland, he's got some great ball ability. When he's got the ball at his feet, he's speedy. He can shoot from outside of the box. When obviously there has been debates in the past where Man City, where there's been football fans going, can Man City be better without Haaland? But I think they do need Haaland in this final because he's the biggest key player in this game. And if he doesn't play and Man City lose, it's not all about one player, but Haaland does switch up the tempo of the game. Maybe if, this, maybe Gundogan or Grealish is getting tired, they could sub them out for Julian Alvarez, maybe because Julian Alvarez has got some great talent in him. And I think with the talent that this team has got at its depth is brilliant, but there is also talent in that Inter Milan team as well, which I think is great because Inter Milan, obviously, if they do this over Man City, there will be no trouble for Man City, and Man United fans will be able to retain their treble that they've kept since 1999. But whether Man City do play this sort of team that will attack the ball and score goals like Kevin De Bruyne, he will get into the places like to cross to Haaland for a header or something like that. So I do think Man City will put out a very strong team for this game. Inter, obviously, they have a disadvantage with Haaland being at Man City because it won't go well for Man City unless they have Erling Haaland in there. It's not a one-man team, as I've said, but Haaland will contribute to the game in a lot of ways possible. Not even done the prediction yet. So, prediction. I'm not going to be boring this one. I'm going to say Man City to win It's going to be close. Inter Milan 2, Man City 3. I've just got to go Man City to win. I have no doubt that Inter will win. But, well, I have a bit of doubt that Inter will win because of how good Man City are. But they do have a chance. Inter Milan do have a chance to win this game. And they have got a lot of talent in their team to win this game. And if they don't, they'll be very unlucky. So, yeah, Inter 2, City 3. Goal scorers: Lautaro Martinez to score both goals for Inter. No, Lautaro Martinez and Edin Dzeko to score both goals for Inter. And Haaland to get on the score sheet. And Gundogan to score 2 goals. And maybe even get a hat-trick. But yeah. So my goal scorers are Lautaro Martinez and Edin Dzeko. And Haaland and Gundogan. So yeah, that was my preview for the Champions League final. A lot of tactics involved. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, which means like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.